are back. We got OG55 Theme Park Conductor. Courtney's in the house. Joey will be here when the soccer game ends. But let's do this thing. Let's talk some Disney, a little pre-4th of July fun. Let's do this thing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and you listen to a podcast that believes in dreams, that places trust in the magic of imagination. That is always the first start of the right, and where the light is always on. Join as we discuss the views from Walt's apartment.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Walt's Apartment Live. We got a fun one tonight. We have the one, the only Theme Park Conductor in the house with us. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. It's great to be back on Walt's Apartment and hang out with you, Shawn, Orange Grove 55, of course, and the one and only Courtney. It's going to be a great conversation.
Courtney's in the house.
Yeah.
Courtney, how are you, dear? Good to see you.
I'm good. Yep.
So
ready to celebrate the 4th.
So, are you going to be at Disneyland, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I think so. Right now we have reservations to be there.
You going to find David and say hello?
Yeah, sure. Why
Absolutely.
not?
Yeah, David Blurred Hulk is down there right now. But yeah, Courtney.
I want to get some Halloween merch.
Is it already out?
Oh, it is. Yeah, some
That's
of it.
wild.
It's already starting to roll out. And the
Of
Sam
course
Eagle
it is.
popcorn bucket. I'm on a mission this weekend.
Oh, that's the mission I'm on. I have to get that bucket. That's the priority. I'm going to be at the resort tomorrow to check on Storing Across America. I'm going to debut that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
it starts tomorrow.
Exactly. And since one of the topics tonight is the Pirates animatronic, I have to see this thing in person. You know, I've talked about it a little bit, but it's better to see it in person. So I'm going to be taking care of that as well.
There you go. Joey, Courtney I was on Extra Magic Hour with Joey and Courtney. So Joey just wants more punishment. So instead of 2 guys, there's 4 guys now she gets to deal with once Joey gets here. So, but good to have you here, Courtney. Appreciate it. And then OG55 is in the house. Him and that hair is in the house. Look at that hair, dude. That hair is live, brother. How you been?
You know, the hair clocks in like about 5 minutes before I do, so it's fantastic. I love it. But no, I appreciate you, Shawn. I appreciate you, Courtney. Conductor, always good to talk shop with you. Yeah, I'm excited to dive into Pirates. We have a lot of great topics today, so it'll be great. You can find me on YouTube, Orange Grove 55, talking theme park, studio, even the corporate side. We talk about all of it. And on Instagram and X, Orange Grove 55, representing the California side of the fandom.
West side.
There we go.
Let's go. All right. So what's new with you guys? So, Conductor, you're going to Disneyland tomorrow. You were saying there, because I asked you guys the other day, what do you guys think about this pirate thing? So, are you excited to see it? Are you nervous to see it? What are your thoughts?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm very curious. You know, one of the things, seeing other people report on it. I just watched Theme Parkin' on Jared's channel.
Mm-hmm.
That was multi-stream, and you guys were talking about it last night.
Yes, we were.
One of the things I'm more curious about is how the projection face is gonna look in person, because we had this same technology, but less advanced at the Frozen attraction in Epcot.
Sure.
And there were a lot of issues where it was either a blank face that looked like an omen from a demon movie, or you had the Microsoft logo on its face.
Right.
So I'm kind of curious why Imagineering went this route, knowing that type of issue could happen. Now, to be fair, it's a newer technology with real engine.
Yep.
So I'm hoping for the best, but for me, I'm old school. I rather have the articulate face.
Sure.
I rather have that.
It's interesting. I think. Okay, so for me personally, this attraction when it opened was very innovative, right? What's up, Kiki and Luca? Always good to see you. This attraction was very innovative when it opened in the 60s. So I do appreciate the fact that Disney isn't treating it like a museum piece, and they're continuing that tradition of constantly upgrading and plussing, right? I will say this. I don't think Disney did this animatronic any favors with the little video piece they did on it.
No.
This animatronic was not meant to be seen from 6 inches away. This is meant to be seen from your boat. And this thing is going to be seen off in the distance. So when you zoom in on it, that's not the experience literally anyone is going to get. So I thought that was really unfair to the animatronic.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I honestly, the worst part about it for me is the writing. The that's more annoying to me than anything else. The visuals, I think, are pretty cool actually, but the writing, I'm telling you right now, I love Imagineering, but the writing on some of these attractions is absolutely atrocious. Like the submarine lagoon Nemo thing, it's like Nemo. It's like horrible. So that's for me the biggest part of it. But we'll see. Like Conductor said, you kind of have to see these things in person. So
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Amanda and Kevin saw it on Sunday, and we're not fans.
They
They're
are, but they like old school stuff.
they do, but and I was listening to Imagine That today because I was putting it out, and they were talking about how it doesn't fit into the story, which I don't really. I kind of disagree with that on the story because of where it's at is like right before the cave with the guy switches from the skeleton to the human, but still I feel like this is showing you what's to come. You know what I mean? And yeah, I agree with you, OG. It's a weird spot for it. There's a lot. They said this is now the most advanced technological audio animatronic. I don't know how, but I've seen that in a couple places, but I don't know. It should be interesting.
I don't know how because Walt actually takes a step. So I don't know how this is the most innovative. I know that it's more innovative than Hatbox Ghost with the face disappearing and reappearing because you can still see it sometimes. But hi, Johnny. But I'm just saying, like, Walt actually takes a step.
That's true.
I kind of said on Extra Magic Hour, I'm of the same as you guys. I want to see it in person. But I have heard reporting that he's pretty loud. You can hear him even when you're in the next room.
And before.
When the gunshot's going off,
Yeah.
So I want to articulate that too. But I mean, when I first saw this, I do agree that, the way that they shot this coming out and it was so close, it did do disservice to the animatronic because nobody's going to be that close unless you're actually working on the animatronic. You're going to be seeing it from a boat. So that's not really a great way to introduce it, but I know that they wanted us to see what they did and how the face actually looks, but like that's not how you're going to see it. So
that's exactly it, Courtney, because it's and this is the issue with Disney. Sometimes they did the same thing with Tiana's. I don't know if you guys remember. They did like a horrible POV of that attraction.
Oh yeah,
but right? And it completely soured the taste for the fandom. I will say this too with the storyline. I get it. The diehard fans are like, well, technically, it's only skeletons until a certain point,
right?
And I get that, and they're not wrong with that. But like,
I mean, that was my first thing too. Is like you're in a room with all skeletons, and then you have this guy that's switching back and forth. It's for me coming from it, seeing it from beforehand. Like I feel like it's too early, but I do know in the cave the very next scene, you do see the skeleton switching from skeleton to the guy, but it's in a cave where you're not seeing anything else. You have this disembodied voice already saying something, and in the next scene, you see them. Fully human. So I just need to see it in person.
Yeah,
I don't know if it'll change my mind or if I'll be more inclined with where in the park, but like I can kind of see it from both sides.
And the thing too is like I don't know how much the general public really knows that storyline of like the skeletons coming first and like the average person. I mean, there's even Disney fans that don't realize that, and like so I don't know how true they should stay to that because it's like it's kind of like this minutia. I mean, I get it, like details matter, but at the same time, you don't want to be completely handcuffed. Sorry, Conductor, I cut you off.
No, it's all good. I will say, and a lot of people aren't talking about this, I will say I do give kudos to Imagineering for thinking outside the box and trying new
Oh
things.
no, yeah, for sure.
I do give them kudos for that. But I do agree with all of you. I'm curious what Joey has to say, but I agree with the rest of you that the spot it's in does not fit, the scene very well. I think it would have been probably better in a different scene of the ride. For me personally, I know it's newer technology. I just do not like the projection a map face. I rather have a articulate face like we see with Walt for the Walt
Sure.
animatronic. I get where they're trying to go from. You have the skeleton, then you have the guy, and it goes back and forth.
Right.
But even people were reporting on day one when it opened that when you're coming into the scene, the animatronic face is not lining up with the entry of the boat into the scene. It's like off. So,
yeah.
Hi, Joey.
Like you're coming mid.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
What is going on, Joey? Joey was on OG55 not too long ago. You, me, and Seymour are talking Star Wars.
Right.
Oh yeah, man, it was awesome. So it was a great time.
So we talked a lot about this on Friday night.
Late.
No, you're totally. That was a good game, though. That was a good game. I will agree with David from Fresh Baked. I watched his video this morning. I think this is a big test, honestly. And if you guys have watched that video, you know what this is a test for. Yeah. This is a test for the Coco ride coming in a couple years, because that whole ride's going to be basically people switching back and forth from human to skeleton. So I think this was a test to see how it was going to see how people would react to it. Again, not sure Pirates of the Caribbean is the place to do it, but they did it. And again, like everyone has said, need to see it in person for sure to have your opinion one way or the other. Sorry about that. The idea is cool. I like OG said, if you don't understand the story, you don't know. But if you understand the story of the gold coin is what switches you from human to skeleton. And he does that when he grabs the coin, turns into a skeleton. When he drops it, he turns back into a human. So if you've seen the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, which they're just leaning more into that movie now on the ride, which I have no problem with. But I have a question for all of you. And so a lot of people have said that, why just do one? Why just do one thing? Why just change one thing and not all of them? Would you guys like this ride to be down for a year while they changed all 120 animatronics to this format, or are you okay with them bringing in a few at a time?
Well, I don't think I don't want to do all or nothing with this stuff.
Right.
I think it's fine to have certain animatronics be a little more advanced than others. I think that's fine. Yeah, I don't want all of them to look like this.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I think having one here, one there. Actually, I will say though, this animatronic, at least the face, is more of a caricature, which is more in line with the classic animatronics, because the classic figures aren't exactly like real humans. They got exaggerated noses and things like that. And this new animatronic sort of has that same vibe. The animatronics actually that stick out more are the Jack Sparrow ones, because they went hyper realistic and they stick out like a sore thumb compared to these more like stylized Mark Davis figures. So I don't know, in my opinion.
No, I agree. I agree. I wouldn't want it all changed. I would just, what do you guys think, Courtney?
No, I don't want it all changed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Did I want it changed in the first place? No, but now that it is, like, I wouldn't want all of them changed. Anyways.
So we got some comments here that we haven't gone through. So here, let's knock out a few of these really quick here. Yeah. Hey, Courtney, are you excited for Camp Rock 3?
Sure. I it's got Jonas Brothers in it. We'll have a good time with that. But other than that,
aren't they kind of old for camp?
Yeah,
they're
kind of creepy
running the camp, because their uncle was the one that was running the camp beforehand. But
come on, Joey, know your Camp Rock stuff, dude. Come on, man.
I mean, yeah, why not? I mean,
Sure.
it's happening, so why not?
Johnny says that Toy Story 5 is going to make $2 billion. I don't know about that, but it'll be close.
Nobody's hit 2 billion yet, so I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, the thing too is like Minions. I don't think Minions is gonna like really like jeopardize the box office for Toy Story, but it will cut into it. And I'm hearing this Minions movie is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it's gonna like hurt it to the point where Toy Story is gonna be like in any danger, but it might prevent it from making 2 billion.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pretty much.
Some more comments here. John.
Make it rain.
Make it rain. Okay, thank you. I'm not sure we should be complaining about the pirate. The thing when Tiana's is much worse in condition. Yeah, that's fair.
No, and I totally agree with John.
I think it's in worse condition.
No, but you had there were definitely issues with the Tiana animatronics. Let's get real.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Oh no, I'm not saying there wasn't. I'm just saying I'm not sure it's worse. I know that there was definitely timing issues with him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, for sure. No, definitely for sure. And to answer Shawn's question from earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got squirreled there. I'm sorry.
No, by all means. Would I change all the animatronics to the new version? No, I would not. But on the other hand, I would look at the Shanghai Pirates animatronics, like a Davy Jones animatronic or something like that, and maybe incorporate that into our pirates.
Yeah.
But not change it too much. You like you guys said, you don't want to keep it a museum piece. I understand that, but you also want to keep originality too. But one thing David mentioned in his video that hasn't worked in God knows how long was it the 4 or 5 turntables with the characters going around and around working
yeah.
once.
They're all working again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, and then real quick too, like Pirates, there's a lot of really innovative versions of this attraction globally, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, so the attraction in Shanghai is crazy cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like this is Walt Disney's original pirate attraction. So I do think it's important to keep it relevant and to update and plus it. You don't want this thing to become a dusty old ride. So and the thing too is Josh D'Amaro even said it. One of his first interviews when he became CEO, on ABC, sitting right next to Bob Iger, he said, "One of my priorities, I'm a risk taker." So there are going to be things that like the fans won't like. When you take risks, that's why they're risks,
Yes.
So there's going to be things that people don't like, and that's just. But I'd rather them take risks though than stagnate. When you stagnate, you become Blockbuster Video. Okay,
right.
you become
absolutely.
you become Sears, and you become irrelevant.
See, that's what I like about Josh D'Amaro, OG. I like him for that charisma of pushing the needle even further. The one thing I kind of felt with Bob Iger, and he actually did a video, and I'm still astonished to this day that he said this during the video. He rode Pirates with 2 other gentlemen, and he was not impressed. It's like, okay, you're the CEO of the company, and you're dogging one of the most famous original attractions of its time, and you say crap like that. And then you wonder why people don't like you.
Well, he said, you're right, conductor. And to kind of get into a little detail here, he says something to the effect of like, it's not great storytelling, but the execution was brilliant. Mm-hmm. And a lot of fans got on him for that. They were pretty upset. So,
well, I mean, we're still, everything happening right now is still from Bob Iger, just so we're all clear. Everything happened. I mean, Josh didn't do any of this stuff in the past 3 months, just so we're clear.
I don't know if this animatronic was on the radar. I mean,
no one knew about this. No one heard about this thing. Yeah.
I don't know if we can blame Bob Iger for that.
Well, Josh was in charge of the parks at the time, so I mean,
since I came in so late, I'm just going to briefly mention I am a fan of it, not having seen it yet, because what we mentioned the Extra Magic Hour. I do like that they are touching these original Walt IP attractions that are so timeless, but kind of bringing them into the next generation. I know it's a little wonky, but I think this particular pirate is such a staple in that scene and so prominent compared to some of the other ones, the one in the bed, the ones at the bar. So that's why it kind of makes sense. But like I said, Courtney, we've been talking about it, until we see it in person. But I am a fan of them trying something like you guys said, being ballsy enough to maybe test something for the Coco attraction. I do like the face, like Conductor said, not the projection facing, but I see what they did on this because they're trying to do it in Phantasmic, and that never worked. But we'll see. Like I said, they're testing, and they can put it back.
My only other point would be that the skeleton graveyard scene is different in every Pirates. So like in Walt Disney World, it's after, like it's not the first thing you go into. So I'm thinking maybe we would all feel a little bit different about it if it was like set up the way Walt Disney World is, or if they like replaced Jack Sparrow on the throne going up.
Yeah.
And he was just in that area by himself, but I'm not sure.
Well, see, it's funny you say that, Courtney, because to the first part, I think because people were saying, oh, well, why didn't you do this with the Jack Sparrow animatronic, like you're saying before the final lift hill? And my problem with that is he is so close. Like OG said at the beginning, it would look so much worse. So, if anything, I'm glad they put it on an animatronic that's far enough away. Because if you put it on an animatronic that's literally right next to the boat and you can almost touch it, that projection mapping face, it looks horrible.
I mean, that's where it was on the girls, like they and Frozen Ever After. They were pretty close to the boat.
Yeah, it looked horrible.
Well, Lewis has an opinion because Lewis has opinions.
Of course, Lewis has opinions.
That shit's horrible.
He always has that.
The scene is wrong. The pirate looks way too cartoonish. The voice sounds like something out of the Sims game.
But
the voice is weird as hell.
Yeah, the voice is the worst part for me. But all the pirates look cartoony though. Like if you look at the old animatronics, they have like exaggerated features. So I think this animatronic, this new one, is more in line with the old animatronics than the Jack Sparrow. The Jack Sparrow is too hyper realistic.
And then Courtney, the camera loves you. Says
yes, it does.
Thank you.
There you go.
I'm going to agree with OG real quick too with the art style of the pirate. I like the reason I like it because I'm a big fan of Brian Kessinger, and he actually is the artist that worked on that. So he's done a lot of Disney tiki art, Lorcana stuff. So shout out to Brian. He's pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Let's get through some of these more. Ryan says, "What's up, guys?" Spencer Walker says, "Hello, everyone." We asked about Camp Rock 3. Toy Story 5 is going to make $2 billion. Entertainer. So I wonder if Keegan Mike and Key and Jordan and Pale were too busy. I don't think they would have fit. I don't think those characters would have fit in that movie. That's just my opinion. I've seen it, and I don't think there was no spot for them to fit, in my opinion. But
it wasn't needed.
Yeah, it wasn't needed at all. Hi, everyone. Whenever OG starts talking, my stream buffers. I'm way behind here. I'm sorry. I'm going to get caught up here. I apologize. So they're saying no. Toy Story 5 sucked. Thank you, Lewis, for your honest opinion. We appreciate that.
Did Woody look like Robert De Niro too?
Oh man, what did you think? Okay, so here's a question. What did you guys think of Mondo and Grogu? Who's seen it? Who hasn't?
I have.
Well,
I've seen it. I thought it was good. 7.5, 8. It was good. It was good. It was fun.
It's a fun popcorn movie.
It was for sure.
Well, people are hard on this movie, and Joey, we talked about this on my channel too, right? With Seymour, where it's like this was a streaming show that they basically put this season on the big screen, and I think it was kind of unfair for a lot of fans to sort of like attach all this like expectation like it was episode 10 or something.
Yeah, it's a low stakes. It's a low stakes story. It was a Star Wars mob story basically. But
it was fun.
Sit down, eat popcorn, enjoy the damn movie.
What did you think, Conductor?
I think. Sorry.
So I kind of felt initially when I saw it, I did an outer theater review with a buddy of mine, and one of the things I took away from it is it reminds me of a Star Wars story, but in a completely different way. And that's what I like about it. Because after a while, you have a baseline of an IP for a movie franchise, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you go movie to movie to movie, it seems like it follows the same pattern over and over and over again. And then eventually it just gets stale. So I kind of like that the Mandalorian Grogu kind of went in a different direction. I like that he is a bounty hunter for hire, and he can kind of get hired by, the dark side or the light side. There's no in between. So I do like that. My personal thoughts, if I had to rate it out of 10, I think at the time I rated it a 7.5, but I went back to go see it again, and I raised that up to an 8.5.
Okay. That's
Right,
decent.
perfect.
Well, and the thing too that people have to also understand is Disney. It's a little different when it comes to Disney IP than say a Paramount IP or something, right? Because Disney has so many different avenues to get money off of these franchises. So even if Mando and Grogu doesn't do banger box office, Disney has the theme parks and other avenues to collect money on that franchise. Like Grogu is going to sell merchandise forever in Galaxy's Edge. Like this movie is going to make its money back. It will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's so Paramount and these other studios don't really have that equation. And I think a lot of people that are just focused, a lot of film critics and stuff, or box office and analysts, they don't see it like that because they don't really focus on the parks like we do. But Disney has a flywheel like no other company. So that comes into the fold. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to say this real quick. I'm going to say, after Kathleen Kennedy left Lucasfilm and the new administration came in for Lucasfilm, this movie alone had a very uphill battle, like a losing battle, because Lucasfilm has gone through so much turmoil in the last year, 2 years tops. Right. So as much as this film was, amazing, the turmoil just drags it downhill. And it's not the film's fault. It's everything that's going on with Lucasfilm and how it's turned off so many, people and just the fan base and the community. So again, this movie kind of had one of the highest budgets and done the same numbers as we're seeing right now. Right. It's just a losing battle, and I hate to say that, but I thought it was
I do too. I mean, I've said that before. The biggest detriment to Star Wars franchise is its fans, because you can never please them. So, and I'm one of them, but I like everything. So, but I mean, I have many Star Wars fans, friends, and no shade on them, but the constant, every time something news comes out, somebody's always got to say something. So you're never going to make everybody happy.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Disney has a lot of properties, a lot of entities that are like that. Like Star Wars, very toxic, but even the parks, everything new is super, super analyzed and critiqued on Twitter and stuff. And it's that's why I don't think Disney. I think Disney needs to sort of they need to listen to their fans, but they shouldn't over listen, because sometimes I think that the fan noise is a distraction. Sometimes I feel Disney, do the best that you can do that you think is the best creatively and go from there. Because if you listen to the fans, you're chasing your tail. A lot of times the fans don't even know what they want. I mean, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So it's wild, but go ahead.
And one thing that Mando did that I still kick myself because I haven't seen it yet, and I hope more movies start doing this, but the Movie Ears app, where you can actually go and listen to the director commentary on the big screen. I'm a big commentary nerd, so the fact that I could go see the movie, download an app, and listen to Jon Favreau talk about the movie, I think is a great thing. And I'd like to see more, especially on second, third viewings of these movies that I will see multiple times in the theater. So
absolutely.
But I thought it was a fun movie, and to see more.
All right, here's what we'll do. We'll take our first break. We'll come back. There's so many questions. I don't know if we can get to all the questions. We'll try to regroup, come back, talk about Moana live action, get our thoughts and predictions for that. There's a lot of comments on that. Very cool to see, but I'm you guys are making such good good comments. I'm like, but before we go to break, are we all excited for 4th of July? That's one of the questions on your entertainer asked that. I'm sorry, David asked that. Are we excited for 4th of July? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll be working, so I'll be at the car lot.
I don't know.
Big car day.
If you're watching on YouTube, I mean, I got Sam Eagle behind me, and
there you go.
I forget the owl's name.
Joey's Mr. America.
A different Sam Eagle.
Yeah.
Let's do this real quick. Let's hear from Sunken City Design. We'll come back and we're gonna dive into some more fun topics. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Sunken City Designs brings you art. Do you like art? I know I do. How about art based on Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and the Oyster Thief? You know, that's actually from Alice in Wonderland, the best princess movie ever made. Also, we have some dwarfs that have their heads ripped off sometimes. Why? I don't know. It's because it's Sunken City Design. So go there, sunkencitydesign.com. Get yourself some great merchandise. You got posters and, I believe, clothes. Who knows? I got a cup from there, and it's fantastic. You like cups? Do you ever use those? I do. Go for it. Oh yeah, sweatshirts. Can't forget about those. If you're ever cold, get yourself a sweatshirt from sunkencitydesign.com. Also, Wall-E. You know, that's the best movie ever made. Second only to Alice in Wonderland. All right, if you also like Walt's Apartment, they have merch for that too. Where? sunkencitydesign.com. Hopefully you've already loaded up that site and you're looking at it and you have some items in your cart. Go ahead and check out as soon as you can because the show's about to come back on. All right, everybody, we appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you, Lou. Sunken City Design, they're awesome. If anyone is not going to be at D23 that weekend, Lewis is a featured artist at a show in his hometown of Yucca Valley when he's going to have his own art show of all of his stuff. It's going to be very, very cool. So we're going to share more stuff about that in the next month and a half coming up as well. But it's so exciting. We're so happy for him, and he's been busting his ass getting new stuff out. So, yeah. We'll
calls it Hayucca.
Well, yeah, there you go. We'll share some more stuff coming out. This is just a comment here. So Chris says, this is just a comment. I've never thought there would be so many Disney adults when I was in my 20s. I've only met a few. Well, now you've met 5 right here on this screen. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
in my 40s.
Disney adults are where it's at.
I'm in my 50s. My God. So Moana live action. I will start off by saying that Moana is one of my favorite Disney movies. I think it's so much fun. My grandson Ryan would watch it over and over and over and over and over, and I know all the songs, and it's so good. But I wasn't sure when this first came out, like Moana live action, why are we doing this? And then every trailer's gotten better. The promotions for this has gotten better. I'll get to your questions when I can, entertainer. Like I said, we got Barry with questions there. I'll try my best, but got a lot of topics to try to get to as well. So if you want to pop them in here again, I'll try to throw the questions up, my friend. But I'm excited for this. Joey, you excited for Moana live action?
I'm agreeing with you because I mean, first of all, Moana is one of my favorite modern animated movies. It's brilliant, beautiful. The music's awesome, and
the music.
Although I always knock on the live actions, what?
The music crushes it. So
yeah.
And
I always knock on the live action movies, but I still see about 95% of them. And
sure.
The further the it's not necessarily the trailers, it's the behind the scenes stuff they've been posting for me. The music, the Lin-Manuel Miranda, I forget her name, but the new Moana, like her fangirling over meeting Ali Equivalo. Yeah. And Dwayne Johnson.
Who's an executive producer of this? I had no idea she was the executive producer. That's wild.
Yeah, which she'll have a cameo even before that song came out, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for it more than I was about 2 months ago.
With that being said, how much is it going to do domestically next weekend? Give me a number. We got
to go there already.
We got to get there.
It's July now. I mean, this is crazy.
July. I know.
No, like movie wise, like everything's coming. Everything's coming out.
What up, damn? David says, "What up, man?"
I will say,
what's up, David?
Domestically. I don't know if this is high or low, but I'm gonna say 73.
73. Okay. All right.
So for me,
You're next, so that's perfect.
Yeah, I might be in the minority here. I'm not into it. I mean, I love the movie. I love the animated movie, but I feel like we just got a sequel. Okay, we just got a sequel, and now we're remaking the original, which is barely a decade old.
Right.
I just think it's too soon. I get like the other live action movies. Yeah, like the other live action
was borderline at 20 years.
It's before The Rock got too old. That's why they had to do this. So they
probably. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. I just think it's too soon. I don't know how it's going to do because it also has a lot of competition. I mean, Toy Story 5 is still crushing it. Minions vs. Monsters is absolutely going to crush it. There's a lot of family fare out there right now. I'm not really sure. Yeah, and I don't really see with this live action. I don't really see what this version brings to the table that I don't get from the animated movie. I don't know. Like, but we'll see. I don't know. Number. Opening weekend domestic, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 60 million.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna go 60. I just think it's a live action remake. It's not getting a huge amount of buzz, and we have Toy Story 5 and Minions in the theaters as well, still crushing it. So yeah, I think it's gonna underperform. I do, but we'll see. We'll see.
Said Momoa would have been a better Maui. I don't know about that, Remy. Literally, The Rock is Maui. So, but just weird that he's the person. That's just a whole nother thing. Courtney, what do you think? I know you're excited for it.
Huh. I am.
I hope you are.
That I am. No. Well, I'm excited to see it. He's a little more excited to see it than I am, because Moana is like her absolute favorite princess of the modern era. I would be more excited if we saw like more in depth of like maybe the Polynesian aspect of it, of like how her life was like before she goes on this like journey. But we'll see what they change, because right now it's shot for shot in the trailers for sure. But I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna go with a firm 70 mil.
70 million. Okay, all right.
I think real quick they're doing the shot for shot like they did with Lilo and Stitch though, because the trailers was shot for shot. The movie, the actual movie was like surprisingly off the animated classic. So
absolutely,
I think that's what
I'm waiting for the twist.
Yeah, so that'll come. Jumbo's going to be evil.
I do agree with Remy. She said The Rock looks weird in the live one. His hair looks weird. His hair looks really weird.
I agree with that too, because he's kind of a weird combination of like live action and CGI.
Yeah, it's
with the hair, and then like especially the scenes where he's like turning into animals and stuff like that. Like that you cannot recreate out of animation, just because like that's how it was. You could do that in animation, but
well, 20 years later
is not so much.
20 years later he wants to make up for the Scorpion King look. So.
That's true.
Conductor, my friend, are you excited to see this? Are you gonna see it, and how much is it gonna make?
Oh, you're muted, brother.
Or he's just really thinking hard.
Yeah, I'm just thinking hard. Am I going to see it? Questionable.
Wow.
Okay. Am I excited for it? That's also questionable. Because I think I agree with you guys. Seeing Dwayne Johnson, who we all know looks so much better bald. Having hair is
bald is the way to go, baby. Let's go.
No, it gives me nightmares, but that's besides the point.
Entertainer 62. Okay. I'm writing down your guys is over here as well, if you want to drop them in here. So
I'm gonna say I'm gonna be around the range of OG. I'm gonna go 65.
65. Okay.
Who said that Momoa would have been?
Remy D.
Yeah.
Okay. That just reminded me. I've mentioned this plenty of times on this show, but the meme I always share on Halloween that has a picture like of him as Aquaman. And it has him as Maui. He's like, when you dress up as Aquaman for Halloween, but people think you're Maui.
Right.
I don't know. That just cracked me up.
See, I kind of feel, Joey, and maybe you all agree, I think Jason Momoa, he's a great actor. Do not get me wrong. I think he's in too much stuff right now. Like, I mean,
And The Rock isn't?
No, I'm not saying that. No. I'm just saying no. You know.
Wow,
So
45. Okay.
Well, the thing is you just had him as Lobo in Supergirl, so
Yeah.
you know, having him as Maui is not
No. I just kind of feel it's weird. You know.
Yeah, but either way, it's weird.
Yeah, sexy guy that looks beautiful bald, and then you put long ass hair on him like it's the 70s. It's like, yeah, it doesn't work. Sorry.
I'm just picturing Momoa singing "You're Welcome." It's like, what can I say except you're welcome, bro?
You're welcome, right?
Girl.
Which I still want to see him as Lobo. I haven't seen Supergirl yet.
Yeah, Supergirl. That movie. Speaking of box office,
You know, it's
crazy.
Entertainer's comment is agreeing with OG's. Hey, Shawn, I think OG55 is right. There's too much family-friendly competition. Elio failed last year. I loved Elio. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Elio was great, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, and then on the back end of it,
Luca.
I'm not sure what comes next, but on the back end of it, like 2 weeks later, you have the Odyssey. So like,
the Odyssey,
Spider-Man.
and Spider-Man, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like right now coming out, it's going to have a bunch of competition, and it's going to have even more as it goes forward. I think this Moana movie, it has potential to kind of flop. I don't want to be negative, but like I kind of feel like the landscape and like the critiques this movie has gotten, I just don't see it doing like really well. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong because some of these live action movies do way better than I thought they would. Live action Lion King, the first one, did $1 billion. I never expected that.
Right. I'm gonna say 75 million. I'm gonna go on the high end.
King.
Okay.
Yeah. And I didn't even see Mufasa, so I absolutely hated The Lion King. In my live action remakes, Lion King is at the very bottom.
Oh, it's so bad.
I hate that
It's
movie.
so bad. It's so
I absolutely hate that movie. And I don't hate Disney movies. I do not hate Disney movies, and I hate that live action Lion King.
Sure.
Mhm.
I just kind of feel I just kind of feel with the Odyssey, once that comes out, all the other movies in the box office they're just gonna slow down. The Odyssey is so pumped up. The tickets sold out within minutes, especially the 70 millimeter viewing. So I'm like,
Odyssey, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's going to take the cake for at least a while.
Now, Conductor, have you been to Universal in a while, or have you been recently?
Yeah, I have.
When you were there, did you see the giant horse over by the theater?
I did, and oh my God, you would think I'm tall in the park. Seeing me in person, no. This thing is like, I almost had to like stand back all the way by Jurassic Parking to look at this thing. It was ridiculous.
Oh dang!
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's insane in person. I didn't
think it was going to be that big, but I saw it during the Mexico Watch Party celebration. I'm like, holy shit, that thing's huge!
It's huge. It is absolutely huge. So.
And the movie is going to be huge.
It will be. Oh, that 100%. 100%.
It's Shawn, right? That's Shawn.
Shawn,
right?
yeah. Shawn Narani.
Hey is the surprise villain in the live action. He just acts stupid to keep an eye on Moana. Fair enough.
No, Pua, because Pua doesn't get to go on the journey.
Oh, Pua. Justice for Pua.
Justice for Pua.
Little piggy Pua. We love Pua.
I'm glad Alan Tudyk can find work.
I went to the park today and saw the Trojan horse after watching TS5 at the AMC. So
there we go, Brandon.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, Conductor and I met Brandon at Universal. What was that, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Conductor?
Yeah, it was. It was actually great to actually meet him in person.
Absolutely.
I love when we do like content or live streams and we see these people in the chat, and then you get to meet them in the park. It's so fun just to kind of just hang out and vibe in person.
Man, me and Courtney are gonna have to tag along behind you guys. Like,
let's go.
These days.
Dude, I completely forgot, Conductor. I forgot to congratulate you on your 8,000, bro. I am.
Yes.
I completely forgot about that, man. That's awesome. 8,000 subscribers on YouTube. You badass.
I am.
Stuff.
I am.
I love that. I love that. I am. That's what he says.
To give credit where credit's due, having fellow content creators like OG55 has been a huge part of that success.
Sure.
Shawn, Joey, Courtney, you guys, everyone that I've had on the channel, or I've been part of their content, whether it's a video or a live stream, you guys have all helped. So where credit it goes to all you guys, because without all you guys, you know, kind of having the same mindset as myself, I would not be here today at the spot I am and continue to grow without all you guys.
You know
So
what? I gotta say that's awesome. I've heard people say that about you, that you are just so damn humble, and that's pretty damn cool. I mean, that's good for you. I mean, it's awesome accomplishment. Congratulations. What you do is great. I mentioned it in the beginning. I actually have it here in my notes. Intro, TC 8K, and I literally skipped right past it. So I apologize, brother. So that's awesome. I want to do this. We're going to talk about D23 still, which is going to take some time, I'm sure, because we're going to dive into some stuff. We won't dive into too much. I have nowhere to. We'll talk a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about the Disneyland $59 ticket, because I just think that's a great idea.
I got an opinion on that.
I was talking to someone about this at work yesterday. I think it's a great idea. And then a rumor that we put on the Disney Insider yesterday, that's more like a rumor, kind of confirmed, but they're still working on it. But we'll talk about that at the end and see if it's even necessary. But I want to take another break. I want to come back. Let's hear from Getaway today. We'll come back and we'll talk about a little bit of D23, because we have to save for Extra Magic Hour, because that's their stuff.
And I'm going to use a restroom, so I'm going to rush, and I'll be back right.
You got 2 minutes. It's a 2-minute break.
2 minutes.
All right, let's go. All right.
Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Here we go.
It's been a great show so far, but who's ready for an ad break? Did you know that the best way to keep our shows going is by supporting our sponsors? So let's get to know more about the travel experts at Getaway today. They've been helping to make vacation dreams come true since 1990. And whether you want to visit the happiest place on earth or to travel to Orlando for a most epic adventure, they are there to help. Are you trying to find out which hotel is your best option, or which theme park tickets will work best for your visit? Are you concerned that you might need a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts will help you out. Looking to book a cruise but don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it's your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today offers peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours before your trip. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon welcome. Getaway Today guarantees the best prices, with no hidden fees, and every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million have been donated. So go ahead and dial 1-855-GETAWAY, that's 1-855-438-2929, and be sure to tell them that Walt's Apartment sent you. Or just click the link in our show notes for more information and the best deals to start your Disney, Universal Studios, or cruise vacation planning. What I'm trying to say is, if you like to travel, check out Getaway Today. All right, so now it's time to get back to enjoying that view from Walt's apartment. Let's get back to the show.
Here we are. We're back. Getaway Today. We love them. They're the best. They're great. Check them out if you want to travel and do things. David is actually down right now at Disneyland, and I think he might use a little bit of Getaway today, but I'm not sure. But even if not, check them out. They're awesome. So I don't want to dive into too much D23 stuff, because D23 is safe for Extra Magic Hour for sure. But because that's their bread and butter. No, I mean, dude, if we start, Joey, it's going to be a fucking 3-hour
We'll never
show.
finish.
And we know that. We know the people that are on here. If we start diving into these topics, we're gonna. So what I think the best. What's that?
3 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I remember.
Oh yeah, no, we've had a 2-hour live stream before, almost 3 hours.
No, we've done 3. I remember because it's when Brianna was here. It's when you guys were first on, Courtney. When you guys were first, it was like 3.5 hours. It was the longest thing I've ever done. I mean, it's not no George and Conductor 12-hour one, which is absolutely insane too. But anyway,
started.
But Courtney, I think the easiest thing to do is let's talk about the stuff that you wrote the article about, because those are pretty cool things.
Okay.
A couple of the panels.
Yeah.
So let's talk about those. The other stuff, if you want to hear about it, teaser, check out Extra Magic Hour this week. They're talking to every week now is going to be more and more D23 stuff. So we do need to
there's just stuff that came today too. So
I know I saw you
more
drop stuff
about
in there.
transportation stuff, but it was about like technical transportation stuff, but stuff we need to know about.
Yeah, for sure.
But they did do Michael Vargo, who's the head of D23, was on the Disney Inside Disney podcast, which is Disney's official podcast. And he announced, mainly because they were promoting the afternoon ticket that they haven't sold out of yet, but they were promoting the afternoon panels that they're going to have going on while the people who got the Honda Center tickets get to go to the big presentations. So they did announce the Disney Rewind concert, which will be on August 14th, and also will be on Saturday, August 15th, as well as a encore performance. So if you don't see it Friday night, you could see it Saturday night. They also are going to do a whole new world of Alan Menken, which is a one-man show. They did do this in 2019.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Susan Egan was a special guest, and she did one song with him. But so you never know what he's going to sing or who he will bring up. But those are big concert styles panels that will be adjacent to the big panels at the Honda Center.
Okay.
Now, for me personally, and this is just me, everything's subjective, you know. Like for me personally, like I'm really nerdy about like the future stuff. Like so the park panel is like right up my alley. I want to hear about all the details of all the new stuff, like Pandora, Coco, Avengers, Tropical Americas. That's right up my alley. I love the community too. Like going to D23, you will literally run into everybody that you've ever interacted with on Twitter, which is awesome, because we do have a great community in our Disney space, right?
Yeah. So
that's a lot of fun. I'm not as into like this stuff where it's like we're gonna have like an evening with, like this celebrity or that celebrity. That's really not my thing. But I do think that it is very popular. I think a lot of people do like that stuff. For me personally, I'm more about just hanging out with my friends and just getting those big Honda Center panels. That's kind of like my forte. But again, everyone's mileage varies, right? So it's like everyone's different. So
yeah, and it sucks when like you want to see everything, because the presentations, like the Alan Menken, the concerts, the stuff they do, it's top notch. So much that even they started showing it on the Disney D23 Gold Theater. They started showing panels that were just these special, like the Sherman Brothers one. I think Courtney saw it. We might have been in the same room, but yeah, we saw the Alan Menken one in 2019, and I mean, it was amazing. And he did.
I went to the
Disney
Sunday
songs.
one. I think he did two.
I did that
he
one.
was on Sunday,
but,
and he did two panels back to back. That's what he was.
Yeah, and I mean,
panels.
not just Disney songs, but he did like he was telling songs like, "Oh, this is what me and Howard did for Little Shop of Horrors when they wanted to make it a movie," and people were like, "Well, Shrek, they're doing Enchanted," and they're like, We need some songs that are like Disney songs, but kind of making fun of Disney, but not. Do you know anybody? He's like, yeah, I could do that, or the Captain America theme, stuff like that. So
right,
it was really
presentation. The last time he was like, he's the one that broke the news that they were doing Hercules on stage at the 2019 one, and then it just came out like just recently on the West End. It hasn't come to the States yet, and he'll probably do something from upcoming. He loves to tweak the live action movies, the ones that he's written songs for. So he'll probably do a whole new song from like Tangled, because it's getting the live action treatment for next year. They might. It is they are the Rewind concert is from the 80s and the 90s, and Hunchback is definitely a part of that. So I would look for Hunchback songs in there. Alan Menken, he did Hunchback. Yes, I want to say. So he might do something there. So I mean, but definitely for the 80s and 90s, you could probably see something from Hunchback in there.
I agree with this.
They might. I don't know. Like anything can happen at a D23. Danny usually does the Hollywood Bowl when they do Nightmare Before Christmas on the screen, and then it has a live orchestra. He'll do a whole performance of that.
The
So
last
if he
time they
wants
did
Danny
the
Elfman,
last time they
do
did the
there.
music of Marvel, and Michael Giacchino like premiered the Fantastic Four theme, which
Yeah,
everybody
exactly.
it was a year in advance, so everybody was excited when they heard
Mhm.
it. Stuff like that. So
Conductor, have you done D23 before?
No, this is going to be a first.
Oh, got a virgin in the
Nice.
house.
I love it when
Okay.
people have their first time there.
fresh meat.
Fresh meat. One of us. You will become one of us.
Elliot says he's more excited about the upcoming movie and TV announcements for D23.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
more up my
Yeah.
alley. Hopefully some Percy Jackson news. I'm sure there will be an official
I'm
update
sure.
for the Aragon remake for Disney Plus. Yeah, me and Courtney and Kevin, Amanda, and Kim did the Percy Jackson panel last time, and that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
It
fan.
was
And this is my favorite part of is the movie presentation, especially with Doomsday coming out.
Yeah.
We're going to get we are going to get the trailer for Doomsday.
Oh, I can't wait.
We are going to get supposedly the trailer for Starfighter. So it's some big
Hopefully.
stuff.
Well, this is my prediction. I know a lot of people may disagree with this. I'm hoping that we see a trailer for season 2 of Obi-Wan, which I think
that would be
is
sweet.
more than possible.
That would be awesome.
I'm if you're in the minority, I'm there with you. 'Cause I love that show. And
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Now Remy's asking, are you allowed to talk about any trailers that are shown at D23 or NDA? You know what? Yeah, I think you could talk about them, but you can't like film or anything.
Yeah.
But when I was there
No,
2
but
years ago,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you can't film the trailers when you're in there, but you can talk about them. We talk about them the night of because Disney will release them or release something afterwards. It may not be the exact trailer, but they'll release something. And even on D23, they'll write a whole article about it. So it's hush hush in the room, only for their eyes only, but at the time, but then usually Disney will release it to the rest of the world.
Not so much
afterwards.
last year at the Honda Center because it was such a big venue. Usually in the past, like Courtney said, they would tell you to like put your phones down. They had people with the little night vision flashlight. One year they made you put your phone in a black plastic bag.
2019, I think, right? For Rise of Skywalker. I was there for that one.
So, and the year before, like years before, I constantly had that. But at the Honda Center, it was like a free for all. And like I recorded some stuff like the Agatha when they sang for the first time. And I wrote a few things. I didn't want to record the Tron trailer because I wanted to see it with my own eyes without through my phone. But yeah, you're able to share. But I think Shawn, we were talking at 2022 because we didn't get into that panel. But like minutes after they showed off the Little Mermaid live action trailer, Disney released it on YouTube.
Yeah,
and they released Enchanted, the sequel, that same time too. So
I think
it's kind of hard to contain. You know what I mean? It's so hard to contain. Sorry.
I think personally, what I've seen 2 years ago when OG and George were there was I've seen people like they'll announce it, they'll show a trailer of it, but then they'll have the on the actual main screen they'll have the picture of the title, the name, the date, the year, whatever. People take pictures of that and throw it on social media. I think that stuff is allowed, but filming like second for second of the trailer, no.
Well, I'm really curious too with the parks panel because Josh D'Amaro is a showman. He has a lot of charisma. He got on that stage 2 years ago and absolutely hit a home run. Thomas Maslam seems like a good dude, but he's not exactly, electric, right? Let's be honest, right? With this guy. Like, so I'm very curious what the vibe is going to be like with Maslam up there.
Well, do you think he'll do it or do you think Josh will do it?
I think maybe Josh will assist, but I think it shows lack of confidence if Maslam doesn't do it though.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
True. But they've been prepping for a long time, even before
Yeah.
Josh got the job. So I don't know if they'll let Josh continue with what he was going to do, or if he'll hand it off and teach
He's
Maslin
got to
how
talk
to do
about the
it.
villain land for
Oh
sure.
yeah,
He's got to be the
100%.
one that talks about villains land.
I think personally, I want to have the best of intentions for Thomas. I think what's going to happen is Thomas will be on stage, several times by himself, but other people will come on stage like tomorrow, Bruce Vaughn, and so on and so on. I don't think the whole show is going to be taken by Thomas. I'm being honest with you. I agree with OG. Nice guy. I just don't. I kind of get that sense of kind of like what Dana Walden is. I haven't figured him out yet. And I don't think him standing in front of 19,000 hardcore Disney fans is the best way to kind of throw yourself out there.
Yeah, we saw what happened when they put Chapek out to talk about parks, and that was
brutal. Well, and here's the thing too: a lot of people talk about Pandora, right, and not a lot of information, which is true. We don't have a lot of information, but we don't really have a lot of information on any of these projects. We have one piece of art for Villains Land. We don't know the ride system for the Encanto ride. We don't know anything about the Avengers ride other than it's going to be King Thanos and basically like Transformers. We don't know anything about Coco.
They announced today that they just hired their opening team lead.
Yes.
So
yes, that's very, very cool.
Yeah.
Coming around, But yeah, in Coco,
we don't know anything about him. No.
Yep. Absolutely. So
Courtney, do you believe Famke Janssen, Jean Grey from X-Men films, when she said that over and over that she's not in the Avengers film? Do you think she was being like Andrew Garfield?
I mean, it's possible. They have NDAs that they can't talk about it. So,
I mean, the entire original X-Men cast is in the movie. You got to have Jean Grey, but I know they're introducing Sadie Sink as the younger Jean Grey in Spider-Man, so it's like
maybe
supposedly
they don't know.
So question for all of you: you guys are all hardcore parks people. I mean, So I'll start with Conductor. Do you think, 2 years ago, everyone says, oh, it's a great parks panel. Josh killed it, crushed it, did a great job, gave us all this stuff. Sure. Do you really, really think we're going to get this much more stuff this year? Or is it going to be like putting a bow on the stuff that we've already been told?
Okay.
I'll start with you, Conductor.
So this is my prediction. I think we're going to get a lot of updates on current projects that were announced 2 years ago. I think we're going to hear about the Disney Cruise Line. I think we're going to hear about the international parks, especially Tokyo Disney getting that second expansion. I think we're gonna maybe get little surprises here and there, both here in Anaheim and in Orlando, but nothing to the point of a new land, a new attraction, but maybe some surprises in between that to keep the conversation interesting.
Sure.
But I don't think it's going to go any farther than that.
I completely agree with Conductor. They're going to put meat on them bones, right? So we're going to get a lot of details on Pandora, a lot of details on Coco, a lot of details on Tropical Americas, all that stuff. And then they'll sprinkle in some new stuff, right? Like maybe like a new parade for Disneyland, or hey, maybe the dragon's coming back for Fantasmic, like stuff like that. But we're not going to get massive news. Yeah, but we're not going to get like huge lands and all kinds of crazy stuff. No, they're just going to flush out what they've already announced. They can't really add more to their plate. I mean, they haven't even finished building the stuff they announced the last D23.
Exactly. That's true. But since the last D23, the last D23 is when they just finalized Disneyland Forward. So I feel like everyone's oh my god, we're gonna get so much information about Disneyland Forward. Really got nothing. I feel like there might be something.
That's not exactly true.
What do you mean?
That's not exactly true because everything was Disneyland Forward except for the Avengers rides. Because that was
okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So same question to OG and to OG answered, and then Courtney and Joey. What do you guys think?
Well, here's what the trend that I've seen going since 2015 is they devote 1 year to making big announcements for home. That means Disneyland and Florida. And then the next year, they're going to focus on international with like a few things of home sprinkled in. So
Sure.
I feel like last year we got major announcements for home. So this year we're going to get major updates and announcements for international. We're going to find out more about Lion King for Worlds of that because they just opened Arendelle in Paris. So now we're going to move to Lion King, which we only got like a few minor details. Now we're going to see it fleshed out. Hong Kong they are finished laying the track for the Spider-Man ride, and they have a whole new Spider-Man land coming there. So we're going to probably see that more fleshed out. They just announced a cruise ship, the Believe. We're going to see probably some of that fleshed out. And maybe another cruise line announced because they are supposed to have like 13 ships by 2031. So like I feel like they're gonna focus on international parks this time around and just give us updates of where they are on Piston Peaks, where they are on the Tropical Americas, where they are in the Avengers rides, and what that looks like. Because like I said, last year they went big at home. So this year they have to go big maybe for international, but also I am of the same mind. They announced a lot of things last time. We're only 2 years in, and they have barely finished anything that they announced. So
I tell you that
I don't think that they can do much more.
I agree, Courtney. And I tell you this, they out of all the projects on the slate, this Piston Peak thing, I mean, you demolished the rivers of America for this land. This thing better wow people like nothing else ever. You know, like the stuff that they announced for that thing, the expectation, the bar is so high for that. You know what I'm saying? They have to come through with that. I mean, I do not envy them at all. That's going to be a huge thing. So we'll see.
OG, really quick. OG, you mentioned earlier things becoming irrelevant. GameStop suffered a loss today as Sony announced they would be no longer releasing physical PlayStation discs.
I saw that. Yeah, that's sad. Oh, man, I'm old school, man. I like physical stuff.
Yeah,
same.
For games, I like physical stuff. Like
Joey still has DVDs, Blu-rays.
Oh yeah, I still buy Blu-rays.
Yeah.
So, I kind of feel before Joey goes, I kind of feel with, you know, one of the projects that was announced, and this was actually approved by the Anaheim City Council, was the Eastern Gateway. That should have been at this point in time at least halfway, if not 3/4 of the way done. There is absolutely zero reason
that's holding everything up.
Exactly. And that's the problem with Disneyland compared to Walt Disney World. You have to create one piece to shuffle other pieces. Unlike Walt Disney World, we want to put a massive attraction right there. Oh, we're going to do it. We're going to start digging tomorrow. No issues. You know,
and plus they got Universal breathing down their neck with Epic Universe, so there's like a sense of urgency over there right now. It's different for sure.
Joey, what do you think, buddy?
I'm just gonna quickly piggyback on what everybody said. And like Courtney said, it does go in phases. But one thing that's important about the updates is 2017, 2019, 2022. It was the wouldn't it be cool phase. Granted, we had COVID, whatever. We're well out of that. So they got to show, you know, the dirt being moved around, the stuff being built. So the updates is good. But we're going to hear more about Dubai, of course. I think that's going to be a big thing.
That too.
But I think they will still do, like Courtney said, the home parks. Because we know that Disneyland Forward is a 40-something year project. So we might get news on the next tier that now that we're getting kind of close to Downtown Disney kind of being done with so far with that tier. But I think it might be low stakes. No Tomorrowland refurb news, nothing like that. But I think they might do a little thing where it says, we're trickling down at the end of the Disneyland 70th. Here's a little tease of what's coming up for the 75th. You know, maybe get a little logo, a little concept of what they want to do with the castle and around the park. and maybe how some other parks might celebrate. They seem to do that multi-park celebrating, especially when Disneyland celebrates a big milestone. But but still one of those, like you said, tomorrow's a showman when it comes to these things. And I think there will I think we will be pleasantly surprised, even though I think we're going to get a lot of the updates we already know.
Right.
But still excited to see, because we might get an insight on the big change to Villains Land that they decided to kind of start up. So,
well, see, I agree with you, Joey, because one of the things I've told OG on a lot of videos me and him have done is that what they announced 2 years ago was fantastic. I'm not diminishing that by any means, but from that moment to now, all these projects have some type of scrutiny behind it. So I kind of feel, at least in my personal opinion, at this D23, if they're not announcing new stuff that they then announced 2 years ago for the domestic parks, I kind of feel this is Disney's opportunity and Josh Tomorrow's administration's opportunity to kind of clarify, what's going on with these projects, go into further detail about these projects. And I think it would solidify the mass confusion going on social media, because I've mentioned it multiple times. I said, the one thing I do not care for is you have Disney as a company, their own PR department, and they can't even update people on what's going on, and they use third-party sources. And the problem I have with it, not saying that these third-party sources aren't great in what they do, I just wish the information would come from the horse's mouth and not third-party people.
Well, you have to understand too, like Disney used to be hush hush secret. We're not going to tell anybody anything until they started doing the D23 expos, and that's when they decided to be a little bit more open with people, even further since 2019. So, like, Disney used to not tell us jack shit, honestly.
Well, see, to be fair though, Courtney, I'm gonna say this. I get that mentality, because now that Disney is a lot more open, we're seeing Universal like that. But the thing I like about Universal, and maybe I'm just a lone wolf here, is I love that they start building stuff, they don't announce what it is, and they sure in the hell don't go on social media or have an article written, oh yeah, we're going to spend this much money on this land, on this attraction before it's even open. And then you walk in there and you're like, you spent this much? I don't think so. No, you did not. So I kind of feel Disney does great things, and I don't like diminishing their work more than anybody else, because I can promise you Universal has problems too. Right. I just don't like going above their britches and sitting there and revolting details that we don't need to know. I'd rather you just stop with the red tape, stop with the politics, and just build this stuff.
Well, you're right, Conductor. And here's the issue. Here's the box that Disney has kind of built for themselves, right? The corner they painted themselves into is that they have this D23 every 2 years. And now they're obligated to make these big announcements for the people there. Universal doesn't have that expectation. So they're free to kick it and just kind of go on their own timeline. D23 forces Disney to make these big announcements every 2 years. And a lot of times Disney announces that stuff before they're actually ready. And then it shoots themselves in the foot. They shoot themselves in the foot with it. Yep. It's rough. It's rough, but they're boxed in. Like, what do? You can't have a D23 Ultimate Fan event and then not have announcements. Right. At the same time, when you announce stuff, then everyone gets mentally married to the artwork and the stuff. And then during that creative process, things change like it always does. And now fans are mad. So, it's rough. It's rough.
Well, this is where we've been, I had the word in my head earlier, but I totally forget now. But this is where we've been ruined by handcrafted, where we see Disneyland built in a year. Granted, no OSHA, obviously, if you've seen Handcrafted, but also we're getting weekly updates on ABC. So it's like,
Right.
you know, what's going on here? But shout out to Handcrafted. Want to watch that again?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
so good.
Right.
Um,
So good. But I mean, the thing is Disney and Universal, even though they both do the same thing, they both people have different expectations from them right from the get-go. Universal, Disney, they get scrutinized on every little thing. They changed and I know it's not a popular opinion, but they changed their lightning lanes to being paid from free to being paid for at a certain amount. That's like what, $30. And they're like, oh my God, how dare they do this to families? How do they? That's despicable. Yeah, Universal,
turn in his
you get the
grave.
express pass and it's $300 for a day. Like,
Yep.
there's vastly different expectations from Universal to Disney.
Well, yeah,
on
and
anything.
Courtney, real
So-
quick, not to cut you off, but that's a great example because even with the pirate thing, it's literally basically the same technology as Victoria Frankenstein with Monsters Unchained, and all
yeah,
the
and I've seen her
fandom,
without a face.
right? And the fandom was oohing and on and googly eyes over Victoria Frankenstein. But the pirate is like under this microscope, like what's going on with Disney. So you're right. There's that double standard. I've talked about it for a long time too. And I get it. Like Disney does have a higher threshold, but you know, it's definitely apparent, you know? So.
It's definitely a double standard.
And I like Shane Nalrani's comment. Should they make the Ultimate Fan event every 3 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, either 3 to 4 years. And I know that sounds ridiculous because D23 is one of the bread and butters for the Disney company for revenue. I understand that, but like OG says, they box themselves in.
Yep.
Every 2 years they have this event. They sit there and they feel obligated. They have to announce new things. And as they do that, they just have a laundry list of projects they haven't even started yet.
I get where you're coming from, but I just feel like they would still box themselves in, and it would be even worse because then they would do this at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So
this was their answer to San Diego Comic-Con, so they wouldn't have to do that.
And I've heard that argument. Yeah. So I only say no, and this is for a selfish reason, because I love going so much.
Right.
been going everyone since 2013, and these panels are definitely the highlight. The movie panels, the parks panel, but the expo itself is really a huge fan event. Being a fan of like Roosevelt shirts, they have the big Roosevelt section, Lorcana, artists. I mean, the Disney Music Emporium. I mean, it's as an expo. I would go every year if they had it, but I think 2 years is a good time. But I agree for like park stuff. Like some of it's kind of like, here's 2 hours of. Remember 2 years ago when we announced this? Well, here's new concept art.
Right.
Here's new animatronics inside Imagineering. So, but I get that. But as a full expo, it's such a great event. Conductor, I think you're going to have a blast, man. I can't wait to hang out with you there.
Well,
and you too, OG, if you're going. I didn't know if you're going or not.
No, I'm going. My buddy Mr. Webba will be joining me. We're going, and but I do want to say, Conductor will be dressed as Woody, so look for Woody when you're out.
Nice. Let's go.
I might have to be Buzz.
Let's go.
But also the expo, it's not just about these big panels. It is about the Walt Disney Archives. It is about these little panels where Leslie Iwerks talks about her books, where you get to see old Imagineers tell stories. I got to see Marty Sklar before he passed away talk about Pirates of the Caribbean. So like, it's not just about these major announcements. That's a big part of it. Don't get me wrong, but it is about going to the little panels. I mean, like, I think somebody brought up the Powerline, the Goofy movie 20th anniversary panel in 2015. It was half full. I was in that room. They surprised us with a Tevin Campbell concert of Eye to Eye. Like, he hadn't sang that song in years, and it was amazing. It was before Goofy movie blew back up. But like,
I was in the Tron 40th one, and I was like,
I know, right? It's about these anniversary panels. It's about the nostalgia and about the old Imagineers. Like that's what it was originally about. So, like,
yeah, absolutely. And actually, the off topic but on topic, the food trucks they have out front are pretty good too.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Better than the convention cafeteria. Yes.
Oh, for sure.
The
for
taco
sure.
stand outside was amazing.
Yeah, so good, so good.
So we still have two
Come out,
more
Elliot.
topics. We have two more topics still. You guys still good to lock? You guys locked in still? Let's do our last break.
Real quick, this is why we could do a 3-hour D23
Oh, buddy,
exactly.
I'm literally just stepping in because you guys will just keep going. I'm like, okay. I'm just going to say really quick before we go to our next break. I think you're all going to be blown away. I think they're going to make some big ass announcements that no one expects.
I hope so.
I honestly think that Josh needs to come through because this is now his baby. So he's going to come through and he's going to put some shit out there and be like, oh my gosh, third park at Disneyland. Okay. Not going to happen, but I mean, that's like one of the big. But let's do this. Let's hear from Where in the Park. And Joey, I have one question for you.
What game are you doing?
Hey fam, what are you doing?
Well, we are doing Where in the Park.
Do you guys know Where in the Park? Because we do.
We do.
So how you play this is that they give you a deck of cards with an image on it, and you get to look around and see where in the park that is.
And they're fun. So if you like to find stuff, this is what you need to do.
The amazing game. We're in the park right here.
If you're a seasoned Disney park goers, as we are, it's a fun, challenge even for the hardcore Disney parks fan.
We have played the Where in the Park games that we felt like, we got
still a challenge.
Oh no, yeah, still a challenge, a fun challenge though, not an impossible challenge.
Check
Yeah,
them
really
out.
they get really close to details, and you're like, I have never even seen that. I don't even know.
Where in the park have I seen that?
The great thing about these is that they're not in attractions and they're out in the open places. It's meant for families to play.
Besides people who've been there a lot, it's fun for people that are new to the parks as well, because you catch some of those details that you would probably miss when you're first going.
So there's images that you are finding on one side of the card, and then the other has the hint and the answer that you can reveal if you choose to.
Before it was just the hint and the answer, but now if you really want the land,
It'll tell you
they'll
where.
give you the land for an extra hint. You guys can take as long as you wish without the hint.
Yeah.
Without the hint, it's hard.
But that's what makes it fun.
But they do not just do Disney parks, obviously. What other parks do you guys actually cover?
Universal and not all that good stuff.
East Coast, West Coast, and they're continuing to expand even more after that.
Check them out, whereinthepark.com, if you need to get some game packs. They are so much fun.
We appreciate Where in the Park.
They're awesome.
We love
Kevin and
that.
Amanda.
Get you some Where in the Park today.
Hell yeah.
Use promo code Walt's APT Podcast to save 10% at whereinthepark.com.
Get you somewhere in the park. They're the best. Yeah. Game is a lot of fun. Check it out. Two more topics here really quick. I have a feeling nothing's going to be really quick, but that's okay. I'm going to start with, Conductor, you already said you have thoughts about this, so I'm going to start with you on this.
Okay.
So Disneyland announced, I think it was yesterday, the day before, a new $59 ticket that you can go to DCA from 5 to 10, or you can go from Disneyland from 7 to midnight, basically the month of July. $59 for 5 hours. I think Disneyland's a great date. So, I mean, that would be great to take someone on a date to Disneyland, and it's still kind of cheap. What, $120 to take two people to go to DCA for 5 hours?
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all if you think about it. And that, I mean, obviously, it's going to cost a lot more at parking and everything. But I mean, just to get in there and not paying
local.
Yeah, if you're local, for sure, obviously. But I'm gonna start with you, Conductor. What are your thoughts on this ticket?
So, I find it very interesting that they're dropping this, in the summertime, because we've all talked about it at one point or another, where the parks don't seem to have the crowd base like they do in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like Disney in general, whether it's Disneyland or Walt Disney World, they're offering ticket deals like this to try to bring back that summer crowd. And because we all know during the winter, as soon as it hits September the 1st all the way to the middle of January, it's packed. It's literally packed, and that's a good thing. But the summers have kind of dropped off for the parks. So I think this is a good move. Was I thinking that they were going to drop it that low? No. I'm actually shocked on the actual price of the ticket, but I was not shocked to see them offer a ticket deal like this.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's a good value?
I think it's a great value. 5 hours.
Yeah.
You can knock out a lot for 5 hours.
Yeah, for sure. Or even just,
or
yeah,
just
whatever.
having a good time, hanging out, vibing out like OG likes to do.
That's right.
That's what I do, man. I vibe.
We like
I
to do that too.
Courtney, how about you? What do you think of this?
I think it's a great deal. I'm surprised as well that they're offering it just like so late in the year, for just the summer months.
Right.
Usually, if they offer a deal, it's way in advance. This just kind of came out of nowhere.
Just
like
the
I
pirate.
said before we went live, the influencers, they like to do screenshots of the app of like how crazy is Disneyland, and wait times today were pretty, like Guardians was at this time of the screenshot that I saw, Guardians was at 15 minutes.
Wow.
And so I don't know if they're suffering because of World Cup, like everybody's
For
going
sure.
to watch parties, but like even though we have a lot of people from outside of the country here, that's not what they're here for this time. They're here to go to the World Cup.
Mhm.
And it does go
And
till
Buc-ee's.
July 19th.
And
And
Buc-ee's.
this is from July 12th to August 5th. So, I mean, I feel like they're hurting a little bit of that crowd.
Then why would you block out one of your magic keys and not just let those people come that are going to come and spend money guaranteed?
I mean, that is a big question. I mean, why can't the locals come? Because
Right.
that's the Explorer key or the Enchant key or
Explorer,
whatever the
yeah.
bottom T is.
Yeah.
The bottom tier is.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're blocked out all summer long. So why not
Yeah.
just unblock it? But they did.
Yeah, it is kind of weird because I mean, for 5 hours, you're going to get a bunch of locals doing this deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, why not just unlock the magic keys and just have them come in, because it's the same crowd basically. It's local,
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind them actually tapping into more tourism. Like, I kind of wish they would give more out of country, out of state deals. It's weird. Disney's in this weird spot where Disney is like, you can tell they want it to be a resort, but then they always cater to the Californians. Like,
Yep.
well, you're never going to be a resort, Disney, if you don't treat your own resort like a resort. So,
Right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think personally, OG, and you make an excellent point. I think the reason why it looks like from the beginning they're going to cater to tourism, but then at the last minute they drop off and fall back to the locals is because they can always rely on the locals. That's why. You know what I mean? It's something. It's almost like a safe haven for them. That's why they do it constantly.
Now, are you going to pay
Yeah.
$40 for
Yeah.
parking still?
Oh,
Well,
hell,
and that's the
hell
thing too, Shawn, because it's like, I was thinking about it. I'm going, by the time you go in there for parking, by the time you pay your, 50, and then you're not going to go, most people won't go by themselves. They'll bring a date or somebody. At that point, I'm almost like, well, maybe I'll just buy the ticket and spend the whole day there then at that point.
Sure.
Right? It almost feels like it's a deal, but at the same time, I'm like, 5 hours. I mean, with 5 hours, when you have like lines and stuff, you're probably only going to hit like maybe 2-3 rides.
Yeah.
Maybe.
yeah.
I don't know.
But
100%.
also, I think, and I don't know if it's so much what they're thinking or if it's going to matter because it is a night deal. It's looking more and more like Fast and the Furious is going to open July 12th. Just a matter of fact. And then that thing is going to be open. So I think Disney is a little scared they're going to lose more people to Universal this summer. So that's why maybe they did this. But I don't know how much it impacts because, like we said, they're catering to the locals on this.
Well,
and
see-
locals, it's still an hour to Universal. But
Well, see, you make an excellent point, Courtney, because you have Fast and Furious happening, and then the progress they're doing with Montezuma's Revenge at Knott's Berry Farm. That's two
No,
brand
thank you. That ride's terrible.
Yeah, well, don't even get me started on that. But two different roller coasters from two different parks. So you have that. And like I said, right from the beginning for my segment is that Disney has seen a decline in visitors during the summertime. It's more that they get the revenue during the winter time. So they're trying different options. And the problem with the Disneyland Resort, like OG said, they cater to the locals and they don't try to market out, to the out of state people, to the people from out of the country. They don't do that. So that's kind of where they box themselves in.
Well, why don't they? I don't understand this. The World Cup is going till like the almost nearly the end or mid to end of July, right? So why don't they set up a big screen in downtown Disney? I mean, you would make bank on the.
That's what I said. Look
on
at
the
what City
alcohol.
Walk is doing.
Exactly.
Oh, dude.
And I was going to kind of comment to you, OG, what you said about the out of towners. I have this conversation all the time with my friends from like Arizona or Vegas, or like it's not fair that we can't get payments on a Magic Key, and they're like, me being up here in Sacramento, they're like, I'm closer than you, and you could get the so I totally agree. They should definitely cater to.
You can live in Wairika and make monthly payments, which is 10 hours away.
Exactly,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
For me, real quick, I'll just say the $59 thing. I think, it's a good thing. I'm surprised though that they're ending it the week before D23 for people coming in for the expo, thinking, well, I would love to do this. It's so expensive, but I don't have time to do the parks. This is a perfect time to do the parks. Do the expo, go across the street and do Disneyland at night. And I got a little hack for people that don't want to pay parking. Courtney knows this, but look, the Noble Ale Works, local brewery down not even 10 minutes from Disneyland, actually tells people, park here before Ducks games, before Angels games, have a beer, lift there, and come back. Spend the afternoon at Noble Ale Works, have a couple of their Dole Whip seltzers, take a Uber to Disneyland, then back. So,
well,
you heard it here.
This is another thing, because you make a great point, Joey. I'm looking on the calendar right now, on the Disneyland app, and one of the days in August that has always, reserved out for the last several D23s that I know of is August the 13th. As of this minute of this live stream, that day is still available on the calendar. So what does that tell you?
Yeah.
That is the D23 takeover day. And that's crazy that it hasn't sold out yet.
Nope. That's what I mean.
That's wild. Yeah.
OG, did we get your thoughts? I think we did. We did?
Yeah. No, you
okay. Okay.
You did.
All right.
Yeah.
Last thing here. Like I said, I got a text from Skylar last night. It says, hey, check this out. So I checked this out and I look at it, and rumor, the Parent Trap sequel reportedly in the works with Lindsay Lohan returning. Like we were talking earlier, Lisa Ann Walter, during an appearance on the Howard Stern show, said that Disney is reportedly developing a sequel to the 1998 classic. And then Courtney had said, she had played Lindsay Lohan is expected to return and play her dual role as Hallie Parker and Annie James. She's also approached about, and she was also, Lisa Ann Walter was approached about returning as the fan favorite housekeeper, Chessie. Yeah. So let's wrap it up with this. OG, do we need this in our life?
You know what? It's actually kind of refreshing. I got to be honest with you, because Disney live action is all about these remakes now, like live action remakes.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, we're getting something. I know it's a sequel, but it's
different though.
Yeah, it's different. I'm all for it. I like when they did Freaky Friday. I was supportive of that too. You know? I don't know. It's just refreshing because there's so many remakes of the animated movies that when we get something that's not that, I'm like, okay, cool.
Let's go. Yeah, for sure. Joey, how about you, buddy?
Yeah, and same reason why I was for it, like OG said, the Freaky Friday. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis mentioned it, plugging Haunted Mansion, and Lindsay made an appearance at her Legend ceremony. I mean, she was the presenter. So I'd rather see something like this, old school live action sequel, reboot, whatever. Then I mean, sorry, Johnny, if you're still in, but then Descendants 17. I mean, I don't care about I don't care about DCOM. So
I'm saying,
yeah.
But we're not the demo too, I guess.
Yeah. But give me the Rocketeer. Give me another Dick Tracy. I know Warren Beatty will never. That's all different podcast.
Right.
Yeah. I'm for it.
Dick Tracy, man, that's a franchise that just
Why
disappeared.
have they done a sequel to Roger Rabbit?
Thank you.
There's so many.
Why? Why has that happened?
Because the rights is not Disney's. It went back to the original writer. So
we got Oswald back. We can get that back too. It's off. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a whole mess.
And I don't think, and I gotta be honest with you, I don't think Disney has the cojones to do a movie like that again.
No,
With Jessica Rabbit and all those innuendos in there, there's no way they do that.
They covered her up in the ride. They don't have the balls to do it.
She's dressed like Dick Tracy.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly it, dude. Unbelievable.
Conductor, what do you think, buddy?
I think I'm excited for it. I'm open-minded because, to be honest with you, when we all heard that The Devil Wears Prada 2 was in production and then it came out, I'm going to be honest with you, 20 years, I was still pretty impressed by Anne Hathaway, all the characters, Stan Tucci, Miranda Priest, all of it. I loved it. So I have high hopes for this.
Okay, cool.
I really do.
Cool.
So
right on. Courtney, how about you?
Given the success of Freaky Year Friday, I'm excited for this because seeing Lindsay step back in the role of Anna there in Freaky Friday, she still got the chops. Like, she could totally play two different characters in one thing again.
Sure.
So, and Haley Mills did the same thing. They brought back Parent Trap years later. She was all grown up. So, like, it's not unusual for them to do a Parent Trap sequel. So I'm excited for it. And Lisa Ann Walter, and she's amazing. She's and all characters from Parent Trap are back in the zeitgeist. You had one of them that was on Dancing with the Stars, and the other one is on Abbott Elementary. So they're relevant again. So
you hit us with the zeitgeist. You hit us with the big words right there.
Yes.
Wow, look at you. Wow.
They're relevant again.
And I just want to add one more thing about
we're done. Joey.
Well, too bad. No, I'm going to take you off the screen. I'll do the Sam Eagle.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
It's like twins.
We got the
Parent
same.
Trap.
Anyways, another reason why I am for it is for Lindsay Lohan. Basically, she hit rock bottom. As a teenager. So it's nice to see somebody like Macaulay Culkin recently too climb out of that like basement and starting to win. I think it'd be Freakier Friday was a good win for her, and this would just be a good continuation, I think.
Well, and Macaulay Culkin, man, he ended up marrying Brenda Song. I mean, he's winning like crazy, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great scene, Courtney. We rarely have ladies. Lady nerds on
Lady nerds.
You need to watch our shows more because Courtney's all over them. And Courtney and Joey are starting off a new podcast with Craig called Marv Wars, which is going to talk about all about Marvel and Star Wars, the two fandoms.
I am one of the nerdiest girls.
Coming together. Yeah. So check
And that's what drew me to her.
What's that?
For new people, we're a couple. So.
Yeah.
What?
Three
what? I have no idea.
Since when?
Since 3 years ago this month.
3 years.
Wow, it's so awesome.
Congratulations. 3 years, long time. That's a long time.
This was awesome.
And long distance too. So
we should have just talked about D23. I think we'd still be talking about. If I didn't cut it off, I think we'd still be talking. So
pretty much.
I mean, it's going to be like the next. It's going to be a topic of. I mean, we have a Discord.
It will be a staple section in Extra Magic Hour until
for sure.
it comes.
We have a
Because if you
Discord.
don't know, you have to transfer your badges by July 10th. And
go.
also their panels will drop and you will have to choose what panels you want to go to. What panels you will have to go to
Joey's like, yes.
starting July 20th.
Well, I'm telling you this. I'm going to say this. You know, a lot more content is to come about D23 because, like you said, the badge transfer is one thing. But once they drop the schedule, July
20th is when they drop that schedule. Or actually before. Before July 20th, they'll drop that schedule.
It's going to be before. July 20th. So from what I understand, July 20th, you'll be able to make reservations for the panels. You'll have 4 days.
No, what you'll do is you'll number what you want most out of all of the different sections, and then Disney will choose what panel you get to go to.
I heard the cheat code is to not pick everything you want. Like you pick like you know how you go from A to D, you know, those little bubble questions that you used to get in school. You know, you kind of fake it a little bit and you do a couple A's, a couple B's, a couple D's, maybe some C's, and then you revert back. You start the process over.
Definitely study the schedule because when Shawn went, and I know we're going to wrap up, but
I mean, you guys want to keep talking? Go ahead.
So 2022, that's the Legends was the first panel of the expo. Was always the first panel until the Honda Center, usually. And so later, dude. So I was like, well, that's not what I'm going for because I didn't really care. But then I saw like the history of the SCA, so that was my number one that day.
Yeah.
And got it. So you know, go for the smaller ones, but there is a chance you get the bigger ones because you can and one with somebody. And same way I got my Tron 40th panel is I decided maybe I won't do the parks one this year and get lucky. Then which I did, but then I got the movie one. I got my Tron one. So you got to be. It's very lucky, but still strategic. If it makes sense.
I went in 2022, and it literally blew my mind. I've said this a few times. I don't get overwhelmed too often, but when I walked out of that Disney, because the first thing they had at that time, the Disney Legends panel was the first thing, and that's when Bob Chapek got booed, and I was in that room, which was just the craziest thing. I remember walking out of that building, out of that auditorium into that freaking showroom. It's just the wildest thing I've ever heard. I had no idea what I was doing.
And it's even bigger this year.
And I haven't been back since, and I need to go back. But
well, I have heard that Disney has fulfilled the space a lot more because of not having the third-party vendors there. I think the most curious thing that's on the laundry list because there's so many things. But one of the most curious things that was just announced, this week or last week, was this kind of droid cart that you can use the app to order drinks from, and the droid put on the show. I'm kind of curious how the hell that
was. Good luck.
I don't know. I'm curious.
Is David going there? Is that his little droid that followed him around Rogue?
I guess so.
Right?
If so, I'm for it. It's on Bluetooth.
Right.
Yeah, that's
cool. The one that I'm most curious about that they're gonna have this year is they're gonna have like the Mondo Pixar where they're gonna like build actual sets on the show floor. That's kind of crazy to me that they haven't had that before, but the TVA activation is really, really fun.
Oh, I heard that's fun. I think the most anticipated because I find so much fascination in Walt and his legacy and what he started with and what it's become today. They're having a panel on his 125th birthday. I think I'm definitely going to try to hit that one for sure.
Yeah.
And big shout out to Rudio. I actually hung out with Rudio at D23 last time, a little bit. So, much love to Rudio.
Yeah, and if you're going with other people, make sure that you got if you can get 4 slots or 5 slots, get those extra ones. They don't care. They'll fill the room.
The next 6 weeks are the easiest time to be a podcast producer because I just, hey, y'all talk about D23 and I'm just going to be over here. But I mean, there's so much stuff coming and it's going to be so much fun. And I'm excited to see what you all come back with and all the stuff.
I hope they announce Alien Earth season 2.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Such a great show. And the Hulu Fox FX.
It feels
always
like
a great
forever since that
section.
show was on.
Yeah, it was last year already, though.
You guys want to come back on again before and talk more about this?
Well, okay. There's something I have to ask you guys. I know you guys have seen the news already. The Disney Plus experience. What do you guys think about that? Because remember, they announced 2 years ago that supposedly at some point in time, Disney Plus and Hulu were supposed to merge into one app. Still has not happened.
It hasn't happened.
So I'm like,
it
delay.
said it was going to happen, but then they delayed it, and they haven't done it yet because they said they weren't going to get rid of the app.
See,
I don't know.
This is what cracks me up, Courtney, above all else. So we have Josh Morales saying, yeah, we're going to take all the Disney apps and stick it into one super app, but yet we can't throw 2 apps together.
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't know.
And they do not work. They don't play nice. I have both of them. So I have Hulu Live, and you can't. It's really hard to watch stuff on Disney Plus. It's like, what the heck? And but
it's like the magnet where you're on the
now I kind
two-sided,
of don't
they
want
won't
them to
like-
get rid of Hulu because Hulu Live is so easy. But but it is cool to go on like Disney Plus. But if I want to watch wrestling, you can go on Disney Plus, and it's on there on the ESPN app. So they've kind of got ESPN kind of part of it, but Hulu still is not playing nice with the Disney Plus app. So or the experience, whatever. Bluey.
Yeah,
At
Bluey.
live
It was
bonkers.
so funny the last time because like the only thing that they were showing in the Disney Plus Experience Pavilion was meet Bluey times, and it was like multiple times a day, and we were all joking about how did you get your Bluey meet and greet? Did you get the Bluey meet and greet?
It's interesting because with this Hulu experience, they also said in the article that it's supposed to have this 4D theater. I'm like, what is that? And where in the hell are they going to stick that on the floor?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just like, okay, I have more questions than answers at this point. I really do.
I really liked the last time the Hulu activation. They had they split it up into like different shows, and like they did like a American Horror Story area, an Abbott Elementary, a Grey's Anatomy. You could be in Good Morning America. They were mostly photo ops and like video stuff. So like it's just an activation, and they said they were gonna have like another pin where you can go like on a pin scavenger hunt. They tried last year too. It's just sometimes it gets a little too crowded. Like there's too many people on the show floor to do those kind of things. So
And we got 2 pins. We're like, all right, we're done.
Yeah, but I got to make like a Grey's Anatomy like medical badge, like, and we got of us like hosting Good Morning America. It's those kind of things,
Okay.
All right. So let's bring it home.
But
sure.
Yeah, we could definitely talk more about.
I mean, we got to have you guys back on again this month sometime and before. I know. I think Courtney and Joey are planning a big old breakdown of D23, which maybe I'll just let them do a live show one night, and I'll just
we call it a hootenanny.
Yeah, it's a hootenanny. We'll just do it on a Wednesday night and just I guess
when they drop those panels, we go through them like crazy.
Yeah, and let's do it here, and let's do it on do a live extra magic hour. Maybe you guys want to join us, and
absolutely.
It's gonna be a couple hours, just so we're clear. Just so I mean,
Yeah.
I'll sit and watch and play along and I'll be excited for you all. But I'm excited for all of you to go. I'm so excited that to see what you all come back with. I know this is a huge thing. I did book myself to something else, or I would be there. But I'm glad that I have plenty of people as part of our Disney Insider Walt's Apartment crew that will be there reporting back to us, which means someone that's being reported back to has to like put that stuff out. So it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Where I'm at, I'll be still trying to post some things because I know these folks are gonna be, and it's gonna be exciting. But Courtney, thank you so much for coming in. You have to be here next week, and you know why. So
Okay.
So we're just going to leave it at that.
Yes.
Yes. And then Joey, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
OG55.
Glad to be in a good mood.
Tell everyone where we can find you.
Yes, you can find me right here on YouTube, Orange Grove 55, talking nerdy stuff, theme park studio, the corporate side with amazing people. That's on YouTube. And you can also find me on Instagram and X, Orange Grove 55.
Yes, sir. Theme Park Conductor. It's your second time on. I appreciate having you on, brother. I tell everyone this when they're on a few times, you're welcome whenever you want. You just say, hey, you doing a show tonight? Come on out, join us. Again, congratulations on the 8,000. That's awesome. Yeah. Kiki and Luca, thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry about the chat over here. I was not good with the chat tonight, but you all talked to each other and had a good time, it looks like. So thank you for that. Again, we do this every Wednesday night for you watching from the other channels. If you want to, I know they do shows on, I think you do mostly stuff. You're kind of just hit and miss, right? OG, whenever you do a show, you're doing it live.
Yeah, we do a live show, but it's like depends on everyone's schedule. We don't have like a official, but we do have one steady show called Theme Parking. It's a multi-channel stream.
Let's go
with Capture the Magic and Vash Sky and Theme Park Philosophy. We do that show every Tuesday night.
Okay,
but then the other shows are kind of like wild cards. Like whenever people are available, we just do them.
Yeah. And then Theme Park Conductor Sundays on Sundays, right? That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Sunday. So it totally makes sense.
I got a shout out. Quick shout out.
Yeah, go ahead, Joey.
Sorry. Well, first of all, everybody have a fun and safe 4th of July this weekend.
That too.
If you're fans of Park Hop Tees, I don't know if you like seen their clothing. They're on Instagram, Park Hop Tees. This Saturday, they are actually doing a 50% off their entire store online from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock Disneyland time. So
only for an hour?
Yeah, it's a huge. They figure people are short on money during the summertime, either on trips or stuff. So great. I got a number of their clothing companies. Very cool. They're here in the Sacramento area, but they got a cool store. So Park Hop Tees, 50% off everything online for 1 hour this Saturday. No, Friday, Saturday. Yes.
There we go.
I will echo Joey sentiments. Happy 4th of July to everyone. Hope everyone is safe. Have a great time. OG, Conductor, thank you guys again. Courtney, Joey, thank you guys again. And until next week, Courtney, give it to us.
What? I hope you enjoy the view from Walter.
Yes, you nailed it. You nailed that.
There we go.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.